Okay, so good morning from Canada, Ontario, and good evening to overseas individuals who decided to join us. This is the GYC, the Global Youth Challenge 2021 World Peace. And we are delighted to welcome you here. My colleague and I, Camelia and I, will be sharing our time with you and giving you some tips and ideas and introductions about GYC 2021. Now, before we get started, we want to get into the competition. We want to let you know what exactly is the GYC, okay? So first, the GYC is a non-for-profit organization registered under the Canada Corporations Act. And the main purpose of GYC is to provide you, the youth, with a platform and a stage to express your ideas and to communicate with each other from all over the world and to come up with solutions to current issues affecting humankind. And we know that all of you have many great ideas, and we appreciate you sharing your time with us. Now, for each year, a topic will be the focus of the discussion, and it will also be the focus of the submission of the competition. Now, for GYC 2020, it is COVID-19, and that was the topic, and we had wonderful entries from all over the world last year. Now, for this year, the topic is world peace. Now, before we go any further, I would like to show you a video and to put some visual behind our words, okay? Okay, let's show you a video right over here. Just give me a sec, please. All right. Sorry, my computer decides to become a little slow, so.
The Global Youth Challenge 2021. Why do you go to school? Why does school even exist? You've probably heard the saying, knowledge is power. You've learned a lot of knowledge in school, but have you gained a lot of power? Jim Quick said, knowledge is not power, it's only potential power. It only becomes power when we apply it and use it. So how should we use the knowledge we learned in school? Well, we should use it to repay gratitude to all the people who allow us to go to school. That starts with our family, to our city and country, and even the whole world. Think about the food you eat, the technology you use, the knowledge you learned. Where are all those things from? It's from all around the world. Because knowledge should be used to benefit the world, I encourage you to join the 2021 Global Youth Challenge. This year's topic is World Peace. Use the knowledge and skills you learned in school to share your ideas on how the world can achieve more peace. Participants need to submit a short video plus a short essay or artwork. For your topic, think about world peace through the lens of different subjects like history, business, science, and art. Visit theglobalyouth.org to learn more and sign up.
All right, that's with a video that one of our teachers made, and it's a wonderful short introduction to the Global Youth Challenge. Someone asked a question, and rest assured that while I'll be talking, my colleague Camelia will be answering the question in the chat box. And if you have more questions, you are always welcome to ask us, open your mic, or to type in the chat box once this session is completed, okay? Okay, let's see if my computer decides to become playful again. It's taking a little bit of time to load. Apologize for the wait, okay? All right. back in business. Now, so like the video mentioned, for this year, the topic is world peace, and you can participate with GYC in two ways. One way is to participate by entering the competition with your submission, and the second way is by volunteering, which both I'll be talking in details in sequence. Okay, first let's take a look at how you can participate as a participant. As a participant, you're asked to register, and this is the registration link that you'll be able to click into and fill in all the information. Now, if you don't remember the link, that's okay. Just remember our main website, which is www.theglobalyouth.org. And once you go onto that website, a pop-up window will come up, and you can just click register, and you'll be able to go to this page. And this page, we are only going to ask you about your basic information, first and last name, as well as your nationality, your date of birth, and your email address. Now, rest assured that none of this information will be shared by GYC to any third party. It will be just internal information and information that we will be able to reach you at if you are chosen as a finalist. Now, you might be wondering, who's going to look at my entry and who's going to do the selection? Well, I'm happy to tell you that the GYC has assembled a great panel of judges. We have judges from the University of Toronto, Queen's University, which is situated in Kingston, Ontario, as well as teachers and profs from Brock University, University of Waterloo. We also have student representative from Yale University. So your entry, and hope to see you in the final as well, that will be selected by our panel. The process will be done in the next 2 weeks, and I'll tell you a bit more about the process and the timeline in a little bit, okay? But before we go, I would like to direct your attention to the training schedule. Now, I know we're nearing the end of the training schedule, but the Leadership Roundtable, there's still one more session, which is this Saturday, which I'll also give you more detail in my next couple slides, okay? So once you have filled in your information, click register or submit, then you'll be receiving a email from us, and that hopefully will give you more detail. And if you have question to ask, I will also be able to happy to answer that, or you can email us at info.theglobalyouth.org. Okay. Now, once you register, please remember you are entering the competition with your submission, and your submission is either 300 to 500 word essay or a piece of artwork. Now, this artwork can be photography, can be painting. Expand your mind, stretch your mind, and get creative if you are a very artsy person. Now, you are also required to submit a 1-minute video speech. Now, I would like to give you some tips for the 1-minute video speech. If you go over it a little bit, I mean, a minute and a half, it's okay. Don't worry about that, but I don't suggest you to go over it too much. And I would ask that if you are very confident about your submission, please use this 1-minute video speech as the opportunity to explain these thoughts, explain your submission, and what is your central idea and how you came up with submission. I don't suggest you use this video speech to your entire time to introduce yourself. We would like to get to know your art piece or through your essay to get to know you as a person, okay? So I suggest that you use this time wisely. And if you do have questions or need some ideas or need someone to talk to, then please join us Saturday for the roundtable, as well as next Monday, which is the last session for the community forum, which we'll also be talking about. So there are a lot of information that we'll be sharing today, and hopefully you'll stay with us until the end and ask us any question if we haven't answered your question, okay? Now, for your essay or your artwork, please remember the central topic for this year, which is world peace. Now, like the video we just watched, I stated that as students, as youth, we would like to ask you to examine world peace as a topic through the subject of your choice: science, history, art, even geography, if you feel like this is a subject that you are passionate about, or any other subject that you might be interested in. For example, I was a history major in university. Then if I were to enter the competition, I would examine, say, how world peace have been achieved before, or what is the current issue facing us in terms of the world, okay? Now for your submission, again, I want to remind you, it's essay or a piece of artwork, not both. One is enough. And for the video, it would, depending on the clarity, your video might be quite large in size, and you'll be unable to attach it to your email it to us. So we would ask you to upload your video to YouTube or Bilibili if you're in China, or any of the website that allows you to upload your video, and to share your link in your submission email, and to email your submission to submit2021@theglobalyouth.org. So in this email, please include your essay or your artwork, which can be in PDF file, and the video link that you have uploaded your video to. Then we'll be able to download that and to present it to the judging panel, okay? And very simply, for the title of your email, in the subject line, please just put your legal name and your country. I'm sorry, someone came in and just joined us without muting his or her mic. I will mute his or her mic. Sorry about that. We just want to have a very quiet environment, which we can share information. Okay, thank you. So specific detail about the competition as a participant will be provided more in the GYC Leadership Roundtable. And the Leadership Roundtable runs twice a week, so 2 training sessions each week, and its goal is to help you and give you an opportunity to interact with other participants to develop your communication and leadership skills, which is essential in academic life as well as your personal life in the future. Now, the topic the teachers will be talking about essay writing to help you with your essay, or they might have suggestions for your artwork if you like to share your ideas, as well as presentation skills. Now, if you are chosen in the as a finalist, which I hope to see you all there, you'll be able to communicate with our judging panel, our prestigious professors, and they'll be asking you questions. So the way of how you answer the question, how you present your artwork, how you communicate and interact with the judges is very important as well. So topics will include presentation skills as well. Now for the GYC Roundtable, it ran, well, this Wednesday just passed, but it ran every Wednesday from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, as well as every Saturday 9 to 10:30. Now this Saturday, there's this one last session, and the Zoom link is right here. It is still the same Zoom link. Any session that GYC runs will be in this Zoom link. So save it or write it down, jot it down to make sure that you know this meeting link. Now, if you have missed our sessions before, the Leadership Roundtable or any of our other sessions before, that is okay. We do have that video recording and can be forwarded to you upon request. The GYC information session, which is the session that we are in right now, will be uploaded to our main website. Now, as a participant, there are some important dates I would like to direct your attention to. The registration deadline before with the 25th, which is it was passed a couple days ago. However, the committee has decided to extend the registration date until January 31st. So you have a couple more days to register if you're interested. And the submission deadline is also January 31st. We have, so far, I can share with you that we have lots of entries, hundreds of entries, and interest in participating. So we are very happy that many youth have decided to share their idea, their thoughts, and their time with us and hope to see your entry as well. Now, I would like to direct your attention, to the live final. The live final is on February 16th. It should start at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or Toronto time, since I'm in Toronto. And finalists will be contacted 7 to 10 days before the final to give you an opportunity to ask any specific questions in which we'll conduct a Zoom meeting, and to give you an opportunity to meet some of our committee members, okay? So remember, the deadline is January 31st for registration as well as submission. Another way that you can participate with GYC is by volunteering. And if you like to do both, if you like to submit your entry as a contestant or as a participant and volunteer with us, that's wonderful. Many of our volunteers this year have decided to do that, to participate in both ways. Now, as a volunteer, we would ask you to register as well. And by seeing you here, I think almost all of you have either registered with as a participant or as a volunteer. Now, that's okay, because you are, as a volunteer, you are asked to promote the GYC. So it is a good way to make sure that you have all your information correctly before you present that to any other individuals. Now, as a volunteers, please register at this link, theglobalyouth.org/volunteer. And once you have clicked into this link, you'll be brought, oh, sorry about that. You'll be brought into this page. Now, the top training session is, training schedule is still the same as the form we have seen for the participant. The only information we would require from you is your email as well as your first and last name, your legal name, please. And if you'd like to share with us your school, that is also appreciated. Once again, this information will not be shared by the GYC to others, any third party. It will just be for internal information purposes, and it's also the way that we can contact you with. Now, once you have done that, you should have received an email directing you to come over here to listen to me talk and to introduce GYC to you. Now, as a volunteer, there are two stages. First, before January 31st, you are really promoting the GYC with the focus on encourage individual to register and enter the competition, as well as the recruitment of more volunteers to promote the GYC. Now, because we're in a difficult situation and I would like you to stay home and keep safe, you can do most of your promotion or your promotional activities online by email, by social media, Twitter, or any of the other social media applications or website through in your country. You can also call people and introduce them to the GYC. That is before January 31st. Because January 31st is the registration deadline for both participant as well as the volunteers, you guys, then after January 31st, which is the cutoff, we will ask you to, as a volunteer, to focus your activity for the promotion of the live final, which is on February 16th. And your goal is to encourage more people to come and join and watch the live final and to participate in the live final as an audience. We would also have QA sessions, and that way they can see if they're interested and join us next year. So your focus after January 31st as a volunteer should really be on encouraging more people to watch the live final, which is on February 16th. Okay, the link, we are going to stream it live via YouTube and Bilibili. Bilibili is a Chinese YouTube-like website. We will be giving you the link at a later date, but the information is here. The date for the live final is live final is on February 16th. It'll be January 16th already passed. So the live final is on February 16th, and it is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it will be streamed live via YouTube and Bilibili. We will give you the link at a later date. Okay, so be look out for that email. Now, as a volunteer, we would like to give you some help or provide you with an easier way to start or conduct your volunteer activity. After you have registered as a volunteer, you'll be giving a personalized QR code and URL link. Now, why is this important, or how is this going to help you? You might be asking about promoting. Now, the URL link and QR code is a very simple way for you to make it easy for individual to get to know GYC a bit more, because your QR code or your URL link is directly linked to the registration page of the GYC for any individual who's interested in entering the competition. So by going there, they'll also be able to click back into the main page. So for example, this is the flyer for the main flyer, the generic, sorry, a little bit too early in the morning, the generic flyer for the GYC. Now, as you can see on the screen right here, there's a QR code. That's a generic QR code. It's not your personalized QR code. What you can do to make it yours or personalize your flyer, you can cut this QR code out and put your QR code in. And if I scan it, if I'm someone who's interested in GYC, once I see your flyer and I scan your QR code, I'll be brought to the registration page, in which I also have the opportunity to explore the main website of the GYC. Now, you might be thinking, now, how do you know that it is my QR code? Well, this QR code is connected to the computer system and database. Every time it is scanned, it will be recorded in our database. So it's an easy way for you to promote the GYC, as well as it is easy way for others who are interested in to get connected with GYC. So this is one way you can start your promotional activity, is by making your personal flyer with the QR code given, and just to write and introduce a bit about GYC in your post. And I'll be talking about that right now. Okay. Okay, so I'll be talking about that right now. What I mean is I will be talking about the standards in which how you'll be giving volunteer hours, or how your volunteer hours can be accumulated. First, by promoting the GYC. Like I mentioned before, we will ask you to hopefully at your availability and your time to connect to more people, to talk to more people, to talk to your family, friends, or reach more people through social media. For every person that you have talked to, you'll be given half an hour of volunteer hours. Now we will ask you to write down the name, the email address, the name as in the legal name, and the email address, as well as the telephone number of each person that you have connected with. You do have to ask that person for permission to jot down their contact information. For example, we would not be accepting the fact that you have talked to 30 people, but you have not asked for their permission to write down their contact information. So please, when you do try to introduce more people to come to GYC, whether that's to watch a final or to participate, please ask for their permission to jot their information. Now,
Excuse
for
me.
each, yes?
So I have this question here. So in the first line, we were talking about the promotion of GYC to each
Yeah,
contact. So
yeah,
you just told me to write down their name and their contact, I mean their contact information in
yeah,
order to count them as a volunteer, right?
yeah.
Not
No, as a
volunteer exactly. Yeah.
contact, yes.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you for your question. You can ask more question at the end, which I can explain to you more. As your question as a volunteer, I'll be getting to that right now, okay? Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
No problem. So yes, like I said, permission to jot down their information as each contact. And when does the contact become a volunteer that you recruited, which you'll be giving 1 hour? Well, when that contact decides to register with us as a volunteer, as well as providing you with 3 examples of the volunteer activity that he or she or this individual have conducted. Now, I think for you, you have also to follow up with contacts. You can ask them, how's your, have you decided to register to volunteer? If you have, may I have 3 of the, volunteer activities if you have done? That can be social media posting, or even contact they have made. that can be counted as proof. And in that case, the contact will turn into a volunteer and you'll be giving 1 hour. Now for that, we also ask you to write down their contact information just to cross-verify in the future, okay? Now you also have an opportunity to gain more volunteer hours when that contact decide to join the GYC as a participant. So join the competition and enter the competition with an entry. And that, if that happens, you'll be giving 3 hours for your volunteer hours. Now, again, similar to when the contact become a volunteer, we will also ask you for proof or for verification when that contact becomes a contestant or becomes a participant. I'll be showing you examples of how you can show us that, so sit on tight. Now, many of you are, and I am too, and active on social media networks, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. If for each posting you post on your social media, you'll be giving 1 hour. Now we ask you to include in your post a brief description of GYC, as well as linkage to the website, which I'll be giving you again at the end, and put on hashtag GYC 2021, so that they'll have some idea of what the GYC is about. And if they're interested, they can click into your post and click into the website. We ask that you do not, let's say, get creative in your posting and do not reuse that, because that is not a good way to gather interest, and that perhaps will be redundant in the future. So, just switch it up, expand your ideas, and get playful and creative with your posting on your social media. Now, for each 10 likes you gather, for each 10 likes you have on your social media postings, you'll be giving 1 hour. And for 50 views, you will be giving 1 hour as well. So it's a very easy way to develop your skills, communication or for promotional skills, and to gather volunteer hours. And if you would like to make a video, which I encourage you to do so, you'll be giving 5 hours if you make a promotional video that lasts 3 to 4 minutes, which also include information about the GYC website and the clear statement of GYC as an organization. You can find the mission statement of the GYC on our main website, which is www.theglobalyouth.org. It's very easy to remember, and you'll be able to find all kinds of information available to you 24/7 and to browse through the website so you get to know the GYC better. We also have individuals asking if they can compose a song for GYC. Wonderful, you can. And you can also compose a song as a participant and to submit that as an artwork. So please do get creative. I'm sure many of you are much more creative than I am, and you can think of lots of different ways for promotion or different ways to enter the competition as a participant. Then go for it, okay? If you have any question, please do ask us, and we get back to you on weekdays, usually within 24 hours. At the latest, not at the latest 48, okay? Now, as a volunteer, we would also like you to keep a progress report, which is one of the skills that we hope to help you develop. And the goal for the weekly progress report is to keep a good notes and to keep a good record of your volunteer hours. And that's essential, whether that is in personal and personal or professional, or right now your professional life is being a good student, then that is one of the skills you need to get to jot down proper notes and to keep everything organized. Now, there are 2 parts to the report. Let's take a look. So first, you need to keep, obviously keep a summary of your hours. And second, we will ask you to provide clear proof, which I'll show you examples set on tight, okay, of the different volunteer activities you have conducted. So first, do not overcomplicate this report. First, for the hours, this is very simple. Just a title, a weekly progress report, your name, your legal name, as well as the weeks. We would prefer that if you keep the weekly report, it'll be very clear in the end that if we do need to check in with you regarding certain hours, then you'll be able to just get it right off to your folder, and then we'll be able to cross-check. Now, there are 3 columns or three columns you can choose. I have written down and divided them into categories. according to the different standard, which is individual contacted, volunteers, and so on. And I have also put in a column for numbers as well as in the and hours. Now, if we take a look at the first category, which is individual contacted, if you recall, for each individual you have contacted, and if they have agreed to give you their information, you'll be giving half hour. So in this case, let's say John Williams contacted 2 people in the week of December 11th to December 17th. He'll be giving 1 hour because 2 times 0.5 is 1 hour. So this is a very simple and clear way, nothing fancy, to make sure that you stay organized in terms of your volunteer activities, okay? So this is the first part, the hours. Now the proof. So the proof is also very simple. For example, for the first category, you can write down individual contacted and list the information. Right here, if you see with this individual, he or she wrote down the name of the contact person that agreed to give them their contact information, name, phone number, and email, and that's sufficient. And for the second one, when the contact becomes a volunteer, you'll be giving 1 hour. Now, the 3 different postings, if you see right here at the bottom of the page, hopefully you can see. Okay, so my mouse is right on here. So these are 3 different postings of the promotion activity that this individual did, and this contacted, and in that case, this contact has became a volunteer, and you'll be given 1 hour if you're the contact person that made contact with this individual. I see we have many questions, and I'm sure my colleagues Camelia is answering them. We would also answer all your questions at the end as well. Now, for the third one is when that contact becomes a contestant, then you'll be giving 3 hours. And if you show us this contestants, we will also ask you to write down their name and information. When this contact becomes a contestant, that means he or she submitted their essay and a video. So complete submission into the competition will gather you 3 hours in terms of this contact. And I'm not going into every category, but you get the gist. So just a screenshot and just clear labeling and clear proof, and that is enough. Now, I do want to make it clear that you do not need to worry about the format of too much. You just need to have a clear. Sorry, the computer is moving around. Clear record of what you did. I do like to point. This is something that I posted on my Twitter page, and it's very simple, as you can see. Now, I'm not the world's most creative person, but if you are, do so, get creative and expand your ideas, and I would love to see the different posting. This posting is part of category 4, which is social media posting, and that will gather you 1 hour. And so if I post on, see, this is a Chinese website posting, then this is on WeChat, you'll also be giving 1 hour. Now, please feel free. It does not have a limit in terms of countries. So if you are in different countries, please do so. And post on all kinds of media website that social media website that is in your country, okay? Now, please remember to include all links for your social media postings whenever you can in your proof, so we can cross-check, and we do reserve the right to cross-check your activities, okay? And that is only for verification purposes, and we are going to do that on a random basis. Now, this is the same posting that I showed you previously. Now, I would like to direct your attention to the bottom right-hand side where the arrow is. As you can see, this posting also gathered, at this time, 13 likes, which is 1 hour, because every 10 likes, you get 1 hour. So for you, I think this is the beginning to a very good opportunity to gather more volunteer hours, and it's a very simple way to develop your skills. And my colleagues will talk about how important being a volunteer is in a little bit, okay? Now, as a volunteers, your progress report, I hope that, and we would like you to submit every Thursday. Just remember to submit it every week to this website, Volunteer 2021. at theglobalyouth.org. You can take a screenshot or write it down or take a photo. And in the email subject line, also nothing fancy, just your legal name and then dash weekly progress report. And that's sufficient. It is very simple and clear way for us to know that it is from you. And also in your hours, in that Excel file or PDF file, we will also ask you to include your name, okay? Just to make sure that we get everything and everything is correctly labeled. Then you'll be giving the hours that you have done already. Now, remember that the promotional period as of will go up until the start of the live final on February 16th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and in which that promotional window will close, and you can organize your organize your hours as well as started with your proof for that week, and you can email it to us, like I said, at volunteer2021@theglobalyouth.org. And volunteers will be giving hours at the end of the month, in which we will have time to get everything verified and organized. And if you have any question, again, you can email us. Now, some reminder that all promotional postings will have to be public. You cannot set it as a private because that defeats the purpose of being a good promotional individual. So all volunteer, excuse me? All right. Okay. So all volunteers are asked to keep the promotional posting public, and please do not remove, and also please jot down the link as well so we may be able to cross-check. Now, the committee does reserve the right to conduct verification processes once a competition has completed and and we have time to sit down and to look through everyone's wonderful report and to give you to count and verify the hours and to give you the certificate. Okay. And that is on that note, it is terribly important that you provide us with your legal name as well as email address, that you check your email often. So if there's any question that we might have to ask you, if you can be contacted and reach through that email, because that is the only way that we can reach you through email address in terms of being a volunteer. So we will ask you to put GYC in your not in your junk box and put it as a list, that as an email that you'll be able to receive email from. Now, it is very important, especially now more than ever, to be a volunteer, whether that we encourage you, we hopefully to stay with GYC, but if you conduct other activity, volunteer activity, that is also very important. The world needs a lot of help, and my colleague Camelia will be here to talk to you about and to let you know the importance of volunteering. Camelia?
Thank you, Christine. May I share my screen?
Of course. Hold on. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So why are we calling for your participation and volunteering activities? Here are the importance of volunteering. We summarize them in 4 letters: G, D, A, S. G is for graduation. Oh, sorry, there's an error here. D for your development, A for your application, and S for your success. So what is G? G is for graduation. In Canada, and specifically in Ontario, every student must complete 40 hours of community involvement prior to their graduation. So why do we have this requirement? The first reason is to promote community values, which is very important in Canadian society. The second one is that we want to enhance students' awareness of community needs. Also, we want to develop a positive self-image for every individual in the society. And thanks to volunteering activity, you can develop your life skills and social emotional learning. So what about your development? Here, I focus on your personal and interpersonal skills, which are very important in your development. So what are personal skills? These are qualities and abilities that help you grow both personally and professionally. So understanding and improving these skills can help you maximize your potential or explore your potential so that you can utilize all your strengths and your talents. Here are the examples of personal skills: self-confidence, problem solving, adaptability, organization, integrity, and work ethic. So what are interpersonal skills? These are abilities to communicate efficiently and positively with others. In short, these are communication skills. So understanding and improving these skills can help you facilitate positive relationships and network. I want to share with you that network and relationships are very important in your career and in your daily life, because people around you can help you and cooperate with you to lead you to your success. So the center of interpersonal skills is communication, empathy, leadership, conflict management, teamwork, and negotiation. So how do you have these skills? Just put yourself in a professional environment where you can utilize your personality and your skills and also enhance them and add more social life skills to your professional environment. So why are personal and interpersonal skills important? They help you to create strategic and tactical plans for personal and professional growth towards your goals. And you can naturally integrate them into your daily routines and use them to achieve your personal, academic, and career goals. Advance in your career and develop your strengths and talents. Now, application. Why is volunteering beneficial to your application? The first reason is that this is the efficient method to make yourself known, which is very important when you apply to universities or college. How do you make a top-notch university choose you among very excellent candidates? Make yourself known, make yourself outstanding from the crowd by participating in various volunteering activities. Also, volunteering activities may benefit in your university scholarship competition. Once again, you should make yourself known apart from your academic performance, because there are a lot of brilliant students who wants to be granted scholarships. So why do you make the university or college choose you for the award or the scholarship? Again, make yourself known with your outstanding volunteering activities. And the last one is S, success in future and career life. So when you decide to volunteer in a program, you put yourself in a professional environment where you can be trained to be a self-starter with strong motivation skills. And this is a video by Caroline Shen, the champion of GYC 2020. And she's talking, the topic is about COVID-19. Please have a look at the video.
Hello, this is Caroline, champion of the 2020 COVID-19 Global Youth Challenge. You might be watching this video and wondering, is this contest really going to be worth all the time and effort that I'm about to put in? Well, I guarantee you, if you put in the time and effort, express your honest ideas and opinions, and work hard towards your goal, you'll benefit so much and it'll be totally worth it. This is an opportunity for your voice to be heard. By doing this, you're doing something big. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're sharing your ideas, and most importantly, you're taking on new challenges. Moreover, it's fun. I chose to do an art piece because art is just simply one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy the process of creating this art piece, and it was a great distraction from all the stress and schoolwork that I've been having. You can choose any subject that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be art. It can be history, computer, physics, you name it. There's so much to choose from. Just make sure it's something that you're interested in and you enjoy. Through this experience, I was also introduced to so many innovative and inspiring ideas and met so many ambitious and creative and like-minded friends. I had no idea that I was going to be the champion, but that was my goal. And all I did was work hard towards my goal. If I can do it, you can do it too. Try your best and put in your best effort. Join out and let your voice be heard by the world.
Thank you. So through this video, you can see that GYC may help you explore your hidden and, okay, what can I say? Yeah, hidden talents and strengths so that you can utilize your skills and you can find a way to inspire the community around you. Thank you, Christine.
All right, thank you, Camelia. Like Camila said, as a volunteer, you'll be able to inspire, and we hope, and that is the ultimate goal of being a volunteer, is to inspire the community, to inspire your peers, your family members, or people around you to do more for the society as a citizen of this earth. Now, again, my computer decides to be playful with me and decides to not work as fast as I would like. Sorry about that. We did have a lot of questions, and we'll be able to answer that in a more verbal context in a couple of minutes, okay? Before we go to the Q&A, we would like you to take a look at this opportunity that you'll be able to communicate with a teacher and with a member of the committee to create a sense of community. Again, this is a very central idea that, especially in this year and last year as well, that you'll be central in terms of building a peaceful society, which is also the world peace is also the topic for this year. So the GYC Community Networking Forum is an opportunity for you to build your soft skills, to share your experience, make friends in a global sense, so international friends, and to help you with volunteer activities or creating effective material for promotion, as well as any and hopefully all of your questions for GYC, okay? So this is also a session that you can join and just, just to have fun, just to get some ideas to communicate with friends and other members from around the world. Now, this community networking forum runs every Monday, and next Monday, February 1st, is the last community forum. So I encourage you to join this forum and to communicate with your peers. And it runs 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if the teacher has time, I believe once he did it until 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So you have ample opportunity and time to ask your question if you like. And again, the Zoom link will never change. It is always the Zoom link. So jot it down and write it, keep it somewhere safe so you'll be able to join us. Again, the information session ran every Thursday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you would like to see and just rewatch it, you're welcome to do so. This will be updated to the main website before tomorrow morning. So give us a bit of time for it to process and to be uploaded to our main website. And this is our main website. And if I could, let's see if you're able to. Okay, can you see my pointer? There we go. So this red pointer right here, it's the little dot. The website is very easy to remember, theglobalyouth.org, and that is our main website. And once you have gone to that page, you'll see a pop-up window. And if you close that window, you'll see this main page. And once you click into GYC Volunteer and scroll down to the middle of the page, you'll be able to rewatch this video, this information session video again, anytime you want and for how many times you want. Now, we also have other sessions. Okay, let me close it. There we go. So again, the Zoom link will be the Zoom link to go to, the Zoom link really for every session. Now, like I said before, we have roundtables, leadership roundtable, and that is more specifically directed to participants to give you help. I have a wonderful individual who asked me about question about his or her essay, which if you would like to go Saturday, and I encourage you to go, which is the last session of the GYC Leadership Roundtable from 9 o'clock to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Again, you'll be able to talk to a teacher and to gather some ideas or to discuss, maybe not look over the entire essay, but to discuss some of your ideas and to make your entry better. And we just talked about the community networking forum that is every Monday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Next Monday, February 1st, at the last one, you'll be able to talk to a wonderful teacher named Anton, who will be able to tell you more about volunteering, giving you a bit of help about creating promotional material, as well as answer any of your questions that you might have. Okay, and video recording can be requested, so just email us. Okay. So the email address you'll be needing, I will tell you in a little bit. So I would like to also direct your attention to this schedule. This schedule can also be found on our main website. As soon as you go to our main website, close the pop-up and then just scroll down to the middle, you'll be able to see the schedule. Now, please disregard this deadline, the 25th. Now, this deadline for registration for participant have been extended to the 31st. So the 31st is quite important date for everybody. It is the deadline for registration for participant as well as the submission deadline. Again, the submission needs to be emailed to submit2021@theglobalyouth.org. And that should include either your essay or your artwork plus your video. Video as in video link, because some video can be too large to attach to the email. Okay, and that is for participant. Also for volunteers, the registration deadline is also the 31st. And again, the live final is on February 16th at 9 o'clock. And the finalist will be contacted 7 to 10 days before this time to give you an opportunity to ask more questions in a Zoom session that we'll have just for the finalists. And for volunteers, remember, after January 31st, please focus your attention, your promotional materials to promote for the live final, okay? Now, for the email address, you should jot down, or if you already know, that's great, because it can be found on our website as well. For general inquiries, to get a faster response, we will ask you to direct your questions to info@theglobalyouth.org. For volunteering questions specifically, please also please also use this this email address, volunteer2021@theglobalyouth.org. You will definitely receive a response, and hopefully within 24 hours. We usually do respond to 95% of our emails within 24 hours, if not sooner, on weekdays. And if it's a weekend, then we ask for your patience and we'll respond as soon as we can, usually by the next Monday. And the GYC main website is www.theglobalyouth.org, and you'll be able to access all the information about the GYC from last year, GYC 2020, about COVID-19. You'll be able to see testimonial from our previous winners and participants. You'll also be able to see all the information about GYC as an organization, as well as competition about this year, and volunteering information, okay? So at this point, if any of you have any question, we would love to answer them. You can open your mic or continue to type in the chat box. Anybody have any questions?
So Christine, we have another question about the due date of promotions. Is it January the 31st?
If I may, thank you for your question. If I may clarify with the individual who has asked this question, the due date, can you explain what the due date is? Because there's several different timeline.
Yes. So earlier you were talking about getting more participants, right? So once after
Yeah.
that, yeah. So that's due 31st?
Yes, because as a participant, whether that is the competition or volunteer, the registration deadline is the 31st, right? So after the 31st, you cannot register. So it will be, how do I say it? It would be pointless if you continue to promote, register with us because the deadline's passed, right? So yeah, you're right. So if your due date means there's a clear separation between what you need to promote or focus on, then yes. So before January 31st, before the registration deadline, please promote for more entry into the competition, as well as recruiting more members in terms of being volunteers. Now, after January 31st, because that deadline has closed, then please promote for more the watch in terms of the live final on February
So that's
16th.
also still counted, right?
Oh,
So,
ours is still counted, of course, yes. Ours is still counted, except it's just your focus needs to shift a little bit to make it more effective.
All right, so so let me just explain my view here.
Sure.
So I'm planning to post on. I'm just planning to start off with posting in Instagram first.
Sure.
So once I post in Instagram, right? So if I get about 200 likes, so that's about 20 hours, right? 20 hours of work, and further I can work for other enhancements, right? After that, I can get started with other tasks, I guess.
Yes. So let me just, like you said, you can post on Instagram or whatever social network page that you prefer. That is fine. You can work at your speed and your comfort. And Twitter is one place to start, and it's a good place to start. And if you feel that you can do more, then please do more. We're not going to limit your volunteer hours because volunteer can be done anytime. And if you do this effectively, then you can definitely gather a lot of hours. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I just also have another question regarding
Sure.
Instagram, because once I post in Instagram, right? So I'm planning on doing a post, so rather than a story, because that's only stay for 24 hours. So if I do a post, that's going to be permanent one. And the second thing is the post, I'll be able to post the QR code with the flyer that was sent to me by email.
Yeah.
So the requirement is also to provide the link in the description, right?
The link to the website you see right here on the screen in green.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in Instagram, the link, if I give it in the description, it'll be not projected as a link. It'll be like a text format. So the viewer will be only able to copy paste it. They cannot click and go through that. So is that fine?
Oh, that is fine. So as long as you provide them the information, I mean, it would be easier if it's clickable, but if it's not, that's okay, as long as you provide them with the correct information. And if I may add to your comments about the post being permanent. Now, remember that the posting period, not the posting period, the official promotional period ends up on the morning. So before 9 o'clock on February 16th. So your hours, say if you have started today, the promotional period will start today all the way until February 16th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be counting that. And hopefully, please remember to get a screenshot just so you have a record of the numbers of like or numbers of views that you have for each posting by February 16 at 9 o'clock, because we would not count the afterwards, because then we would ask you to participate in terms of watching the live final if you do have time. Okay.
All right, thanks for your clarification.
No problem. Thank you for your question. It's wonderful that you're asking a lot of questions. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any question? You can type in the chat box if you don't feel comfortable opening your mic, okay? Camelia, was there any other question that you think we need to clarify?
I think there's another question that many people is asking. Can the video be more than 3 minutes?
I'm sorry, which video? The promotional video or the entry video?
I think the entry video for
Um,
participants.
for the participant,
Yeah.
that for me is going a little bit too over, right?
Yeah.
It's like writing an exam. There are certain time limit that you need to adhere to, and that is one of the time limit. I mean, if you go over into 1 minute and a half, even 2 minutes, that's okay. But it is we were asked to see your skills, to be able to project yourself and introduce your entry in 2 minutes. If we give you a lot of time, which we can, that would not give you I would prefer personally, I would see that you might be able to grow more with a time limit as a constraint, because that forces you to think and to get creative. Okay, so if you're asking about the entry video, please don't go over them more than 2 minutes, because we ask you to work in certain kind of limitation that would force yourself to think outside the box. Now, if you're asking if the video question is about a promotional video, at least 3 to 4 minutes. If you can go over to 5 minutes, that is fine as well. But that I think will require a lot of work from you. And I do that while I would want to and wish that you participate with GYC, I would also ask you to, in terms of time management, because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to make a video. So time management is also important. Okay, someone else has a question. Go ahead and open your mic, please.
So regarding the 25% championship, I don't understand what are they, or can you please
25%? What do you mean championship?
when I opened the COVID-19 page for last year, I found that there are the winners and there are some, and there's the name of someone in the middle, and there are the 25%.
Ah, okay, I understand now. So if you take a look at the page I'm currently sharing, can you see at the bottom, the top 25%?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so if I can clarify, thank you for your question first. So as we have last year, we had over, I believe, 400 entries. So you know that not everybody's going to be selected by the panel of judges to participate in the final. Only the top 16 will be selected and will be contacted. But there's still, out of all those entries, top 20% entries. So like the top 25%, like the top 25 of the class. And that is what that means.
All right, thank you.
Did I explain it well? Because I'm not sure if I did.
No, I'm still confused. Like, are they going to receive the things that the participants are going to receive? Like, are they going to receive a participant certificate?
Oh, so everybody will receive at request a participant, right? That is when you enter a competition, because you are a participant. Now the top 25% will receive a different certification that will list that indeed they have participated in GYC, as well as have reached a milestone of being the top 25% of all those entries.
Okay, are they going to gain a scholarship?
Not necessarily. They will have the chance to get a scholarship. That will have to be made by the committee as well as the panel of judges. So they have the opportunity to do so, yes.
Yes, thank you. I now have been understanding the question more. Thank you.
No problem. It might be that I did not take into consideration that you had this question, but thank you for your question. Anyone else, please?
We have another question in the chat box.
Alrighty, what's the question?
Do every leadership roundtable sessions talk about the same point or advice? Or if I ask for a recording of one of the sessions, I would have to ask for all of them.
Well, it really depends on you. Now we have two different teachers for the sessions. It's a different teacher for Wednesday and a different teacher for Saturday. They coordinated to talk about different topics, but I wouldn't be surprised as them overlapping. Now, personally, I have not checked through every session, because that's a lot of sessions to check through. That's like 12. But if you would like to request a session, then tell us about the specific date, and then we can give it to you. Or if you want the oral session, then you are going to have to be a little bit patient. We're going to have to get the links for you, and then each link will have a password as well. So it has to be organized in a format, okay? And if you like, you can, let me give you yeah, there we go. You can send your request to info@theglobalyouth.org, and we'll be able to get your question answered and get the material that you need.
Excuse me, I have another question.
Go ahead, ahead, please.
Okay, so this is regarding community service form. So earlier we had a hard copy that we had to get signed. We need sign of the supervisor, and we have to provide it to our school in order to count that as community hours. But I'm not sure about how it's done now. So if I email you the report of my work, so you'll be giving me the hours, and how can I send that to my school in order to count that for my community hours?
Okay, so I assume that you are in Ontario, which is nice to see a fellow Ontarian. Now, how you would go about the process of your school, you have to confirm your school. So this
Okay.
activity is definitely qualifies as volunteer, that you don't have to worry. And we will give you a certificate according to the hours. We probably will do that with all the organization and cross-checking them at the end of February or the beginning of March. So you'll be getting that definitely in time
The
for your graduate.
certificate is soft copy, right?
What do you mean?
It'll be sent via email.
Yes, of course. Right now we're not going outside, or
Yeah,
we
I just
can
want
do.
to make sure.
Yeah, of course. Then it's actually to be honest, if it's electronic, it's even better for you because you can print it out if you like and then attach it with the community involvement form.
Yeah.
And we do have a community member who will be doing that, so you'll be getting that. Now, how you should present that certificate or that hours to your school, please first double check with your school. I know for some schools that it'll be done electronically as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have students who have asked that how they should do it, then email the form to them, they fill it out, give it back to me, I cross check, and that's fine because that's the only way we can do it. But double check with your school, and if you need any help, you let us know, and we can definitely prove that if you submitted the report and after verification, then we can definitely give you the proof that and the information that you request. Okay.
Okay. So I just so when is the next general meeting session on Zoom?
The general information session is ending today. Today is the last session. However,
Yeah.
okay, you see that there's a roundtable on Saturday, so which
Yeah.
is this Saturday. So that's what, the 30th, right?
Okay. I guess that's the 30th.
Yes, that is the 30th. Sorry.
Yeah.
With everybody staying at home, it's difficult to remember what day it
Yeah.
is. So Saturday 30th, you can go. Remember, still this Zoom meeting room, okay? And that is, you can go to that session if you want to submit your entry, or even if you want to talk to people and just to communicate regarding this competition, you can do that. But that is more geared towards participant. However, if you do have other question related to volunteering, or if you want some tips or ideas, then you can come to the community networking forum, which is next Monday, February 1st from 8 to 9. And
Okay.
Mr. Anton, the teacher, will be there to help you out if you have any questions.
All right. All right. Thank you. That's
No
all.
problem. All right. Do we have any other questions? All right, I think it's 9 o'clock. Okay, it's 9:10. We ran a little bit over time. We would like to thank you on behalf of Camelia and I, Christine. We would like to thank you for joining us to share this 1 hour with us to talk about and communicate about GYC, as well as how important it is to stay connected and how important it is to for the world to be peaceful, especially in this difficult situation that we're in now. Thank you, and we hope to see you at the final and to see you at the entry, okay? Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.